I just wanted to show you guys very quickly a very cool piece of software that I've been playing around with and working with over the last few days. And it's just being released to the public this afternoon, in fact, just in the last hour. And it's called KD Researcher. It's by a friend of mine called Bill Platt and his partner Sam England. And yeah, I have found it to be extremely useful on a number of levels, particularly when I'm doing research within a category on the Kindle store. It works by pulling information from the Kindle store and presenting it to you in such a quick and such a visual way that you'll quickly get a grasp of what's selling, what's not, what's popular, etc. It's called KD Researcher, and I'll just show you how the software works. Now, the first thing that I love about it is Adobe Air software, so it works on my Mac. I do have another piece of software that does a similar thing on my, but it's PC only. So I'm really sorry, all you PC fans out there. I'm kind of Mac through to the middle. If you cut me open, I'd have Mac written down my center, I think. So even though this other software that I've purchased and used on occasions, because it's sat on my laptop, my PC laptop, to be honest, I just never open it up. So I'm very thankful that this is cross-platform. So I'll just log into the software here. Right now, it's incredibly cheap to pick up. So, you know, if it looks like something that you would be interested in, now's the time to buy. So here we are in the KD Research dashboard, and you can choose to look at the top 100 free or the top 100 paid. I'm going to look at the top 100 paid. I'm presently doing some research for a report I'm putting together for publishing in the religion and spirituality and the self-help categories. So let me just go to religion and spirituality, and then you just go search. Okay, now what the software is doing right now is it's digging down into those top 100 books. So as you can see, it's counting through number 3 of 100, number 4, etc. Now, obviously, this takes a bit of time. But because the software pulls in all of the information in this initial search and it pulls it all in to the database within KD Researcher, once you've gone through this process, the software is lightning fast, which is incredibly helpful when you're wanting to just do quick market research. So we'll just let that go through. And what the software is going to allow us to do once it's pulled in the information is very quickly just research what is selling in the Amazon store within our chosen categories. And there are a number of ways that we can drill down. We can look in price. We can look in the number of reviews that a book has got. We can look in the different formats. So say, for example, you were wanting to publish an audio version of your book. You could look at your competition very quickly and very easily and see who else is providing audio versions of their books. You can look at the publication dates of the different books, so you can see what the latest releases are and what is selling that's been released very recently. And then if there's a print counterpart of a book, you can look and you can see how many pages a book is. Now, if you're printing very small books, very short books, this might be very helpful. You could look at all of the books that are under 100 pages, for example, and see what's selling in those shorter book categories. Within your category. So here we are, we're up to 72 at the moment. The software also comes with the opportunity to buy a report by the guys who created it that shows you in depth how to really put the software through its paces and dig down and use it in a very, very savvy way to research your market and craft your book so it meets the expectations of that market. So again, that's something that's optional, but definitely worth looking at. It's a quality report. It's not just a few pages that's thrown together. They've really thought through how their software can really go to work in your business if you're publishing to the Amazon store. So there we are. Now we've pulled in these top 100 paid books. We can drill down. I can look and I can see what's selling in the kind of $.99 price range. You know, a lot of fiction by the look of it, Christian fiction. Some of these books, the 7 most powerful prayers that will change your life forever. See, this kind of thing really interests me because it's only got a print page count of 60 pages. It's a very short book, and it's obviously selling very well. So these are the kind of books that I personally might write myself. So that's of great interest to me. So you can look through, you can see what else is selling in that kind of price range. We can then go up. Obviously, anything over £2.98, this price range here is going to be probably a very popular price range, I would imagine, because this is where you start getting your 70% royalty. So there's going to be probably a lot more books in this price range and possibly above there, see? And so this is a range that I sell in, so very interesting. The Christian Homemaker's Handbook. Now, that's not a niche that I'd thought of looking at, but that's obviously very, very popular. Do you know what I mean? So, Love Yourself. Obviously, a very provocative cover on that one. And it's not just Christian books either. You know, we've got some books in other different kind of spiritual niches, manifestation, you know, The Secret and things like that. Some parenting stuff here. Am I messing up my kids? Again, the Christian fiction seems to be very, very popular here. Some romance. So very interesting. We can look at reviews, books that are in the top 100 sellers and have got less than 50 reviews. This one's just got 15, but is doing really, really well at a $2.99 price range, which is good. Again, we've got the kind of The Secret type stuff going on here. How about 500 plus? Wow, man, look at that. So this one's got less than 50 there, but we've got 500 plus reviews on just a few of these books. So these are obviously very, very popular books. You can look at your formats, so we can look and we can, let's just bring that back down. We can see which ones have developed audios within this price range. So if I were to take that off and go audio, you can see the books that have got audio versions. Very interesting that some of the ones with the most reviews also have audios. Print page count, you know, you've got your bigger books here. The less than 50, I'm not surprised that we're not seeing too many of those in this particular category, but that may be something that would be of very great interest in the children's book category, because one of the standard page numbers within children's books is 32 pages. And so you'd be able to see that, you know, there are some very short books, not difficult to create, not difficult to publish, that are under 50 pages within certain categories. KD Reset, you can take a look. Obviously, you can see what kind of covers are selling right now. You may find in particular categories that there's certain color schemes that seem to work well, certain kinds of images that work well. I'm almost certain if you were to look under romance, you would find that a picture of, two lovers in an embrace and particular color schemes like deep reds and things would probably be very popular within that niche. And you can then emulate what's selling. Now, another thing that you can do with the software, rather than having to dig through in the Amazon site itself, obviously this makes the whole process extremely quick. But let's say I wanted to look at this book here, The Gospel as Center. I can just click on the link and bang, straight away, that book is going to open up, and I can actually then go down. I can see what's going on here. I can see the actual reviews themselves. So if I wanted to dig in and take a look at the reviews, so it just makes it very, very quick. Now, there are a couple of weaknesses with the software, and I spoke to Bill personally and flagged some things up, and he said there's already a list of improvements and additions that will be made to the software, and obviously people who buy now are going to get those free updates as they're rolled out. One of those things is I would like to be able to save a search and export the results. And that is something that definitely is on the cards for updates as they roll out over the next month. So KD Researcher, well worth a look. Check it out. Go take a look for yourselves. And it may be something that would be helpful in your publishing journey. Okay, great. Thanks, guys.